Hey, what's up guys? My name is Josh and welcome to an unboxing. Not something that I normally tackle on this channel, but there's actually a fair bit to discuss in terms of the box for the IER Z1R, and that's what we're gonna do today. So for me to be doing an unboxing about something, it must be pretty special because in general, I don't really care all that much, but I do think that a lot of companies could learn from Sony in this situation. Sony goes to great lengths to make you feel like you paid for the $1,700 asking price of these earbuds. So the first thing that's going to catch people's eyes is that this is definitely a bigger box than what normally comes with IEMs. And when you open it, the first thing you're going to notice is this little display case, which is actually going to double as your carry case. So then you're going to pull out these 3 trays at the bottom, which are actually all magnetically linked together. They have 2 cables in them and then your array of ear tips. There's nothing really astonishing about this setup except for the use of the magnets. It's not really anything that's going to benefit you or, make you feel like you really got what you paid for, but it is just an extra step in that direction. And it's the little things that all add up to a bigger picture for this. So everything about this box and the earbuds in it are really, really well made. And you definitely feel like you're getting a premium experience. Even the way that the colors are routed together, the choice of materials that they used on here, the style of cables that they are, the look and feel of them in your hand, everything just amounts to a really cool experience. Now, a deeper look into the ear tips, these actually have some of the coolest foam tips that I've seen. Instead of being solid foam, they actually have this structure that is very similar to the structure of a standard silicone tip, where you have this kind of a folded piece that comes back and surrounds it. And then you have the case, which is the main attraction, and you open them up to get to the beautiful and huge earbuds. These things are absolutely gigantic. They're undoubtedly well made, and they're actually lighter than they look, but they're definitely very big. So on the outside of these, you see the little design making up the part that would stick out of your ear and show off to the world. And that's actually got this brushed metal look where it looks like they did all these little swirls going into the center. And everything about this is really well done. This whole earbud, when you really get down into the fine components of the build, the tolerance is all super low. The fit and finish is really, really excellent. And the actual chassis of it is actually made with a zirconium alloy, which is kind of an interesting choice of materials. You don't too often see that. So this is what you get at the end of it. And they're big. They're not quite as heavy as you might think they are, but they are still kind of on the heftier side, and they definitely have awkward weight distribution. And at the end of the day, a huge part of this is going to be obviously the sound quality. That's going to be the most important aspect when you're purchasing an IEM like this. But a big thing that I actually do think that a lot of companies asking a high price for IEMs really should consider is things like the unboxing experience. Because if I were purchasing this, if it just shows up in a cardboard box like some other IEMs do, it's great, you get the IEM, but there's no bravado to it. There's no like special feeling. But if you're paying $1,700, like the viewer who watched this show who sent these in did, a box like this really goes a long way of really making you feel like you got what you paid for. And something like that should not be underrated because it does go back in the minds of the buyers when they're looking to purchase their next item. And so you see a box like this and you're going to really think about Sony next time you're looking to purchase an IEM, as long as you like the sound signature. So it's almost like the build and the box are kind of this promise towards a really well-functioning device. And as long as it can deliver on that promise, it's a win-win-win. So as far as the big question, how do these sound? Well, for that, you're going to have to wait for the review. Make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for that because it should be a pretty interesting video. And until then, my name is Josh, signing off.